off that time, and he is not going to get much anywhere. Loses about a yard and bringing up a 3rd down and 10 situation.
Jacob McDuffie on the carry. 3rd and about 10 for the Wildcats.
So McDuffie was on the carry that time for the Villa Rica Wildcats. We're seeing some of the younger players going to be coming in and get a little bit of playing time under their belt.
Blaine Brown in the game. I go to church with that guy.
There you go. That's going to be coming in, Blaine Brown. And so with 1:07, the clock continued to tick away, and the game's about to go final here in just a moment. And this time rolling out is that time going to be Blaine Brown, who's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 20, back close to the 22-yard line. So there's about a couple of more yards.
Pushed out of bounds.
Again, so the way it's going to stand right now is the clock continues to tick away with 47 seconds to go. Villa Rica is going to be falling to 3-5 on the season. They'll fall to 3-2 in Region 5, 5A. And New Manchester, they will improve to 7-0 and to 5-0 in Region 5, 5A. They'll still stand at the number 1 spot at the conclusion of this game tonight. And this is the first time New Manchester's gone undefeated this far into the season, into their program. Clock continues to tick away at 20 seconds.
On the field for the Cats.
And Eubanks is going to try to get the punt off. They only got about 8 seconds left, 14 seconds on the game clock. And so 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 1 second. They get the snap, and there's the punt. It's going to be a low wobble of a punt. It spirals, rolling back across the way, and the time is going to expire on the clock. There you hear the horn in the background, and that is the ball game here tonight from Sam McIntyre Stadium at Frank Vohan Field. New Manchester gets the win at 36-0 on top of the Villa Rica Wildcats. Villa Rica will fall to 3-5. Overall, 3-2 in Region 5, 5A. New Manchester will improve to 7-0 and to 5-0 in Region 5, 5A. Well, a tough night tonight for the Villa Rica Wildcats, and wish we had better news for you tonight, but unfortunately we do not, as New Manchester is going to walk out of here with a win, 36-0. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we got some awards we're going to be giving away, and then we'll get you ready for Red Zone. That'll be coming up on the break. So we'll take a timeout, come back to Sam McIntyre Stadium, get your final awards, final thoughts, and get you ready for Red Zone action on the way next. Final score tonight, New Manchester with a win, 36-0 on top of the Villa Rica Wildcats. Our coverage of Friday Night Football will continue after this timeout on the Graddock Sports Network.
This is Brittany Lehman, branch manager at American Commerce Bank. Fall is finally here. The air is cooler, the leaves are changing, and it's perfect seemingly supporting small businesses and strengthening our community. Stop by and meet our team of local bankers in Carrollton or Bremen and see how banking local can feel a lot like coming home. Bank local, bank better. American Commerce Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Keith Runnels with Merrill & Associates. We want to be your one-stop shop for all your HVAC needs. We repair, replace, install, and maintain all your home and commercial HVAC equipment. We still believe that integrity and honesty along with outstanding customer service is what sets us apart from all of our competition. Turn to the experts and give us a call at Merrill & Associates, 770-834-7330. You'll be glad you did.
Find your future at West Georgia Technical College. Right here in West Georgia, we offer hands-on, career-ready training for today's high-demand jobs. Whether you want to start a new career or level up your skills, you can graduate in 2 years or less without the debt. Our programs are fast, affordable, and designed to get you working. Plus, high school students can jumpstart their education, earning college credit with our dual enrollment program. Start your journey at West Georgia Technical College. Learn more at westgatech.edu.
Does your house need a facelift? Water spots on your ceiling? Nutt Roofing and Siding has your answer. Nutt Roofing and Siding is a local family-owned business that's taken care of their community in West Georgia and East Alabama for more than 85 years. Not only do they do all types of siding and roofing, they also do complete interior renovations as well. Financing available for interior and exterior renovations. Decks, windows, barns, or anything else you need. We have you covered. Just call Joe at 770-550-7536 or email nuttroofing@gmail.com.
Now we come back to Sam McIntyre Stadium at Frank Vohan Field here on the campus of Villa Rica High School, where we wish we had better news to tell you tonight, but unfortunately we do not. New Manchester going to be picking up the win tonight, 36-0. Top of the Villa Rica Wildcats. So Villa Rica will fall to 3-5 on the season, 3-2 in Region 5, 5A, and New Manchester will improve to 7-0 and 5-0 in Region 5, 5A. I'm Seth Kane. Michael Miller is to my right. Stephen Riley Jones producing our broadcast back at our Rennever studios. And now, Michael, a tough night tonight for the Villa Rica Wildcats. Back-to-back losses of large margins. Lost to Rome last week, 49-7. Now losing to New Manchester tonight, 36-0. But hopefully they bounce back, in the coming weeks. They'll have a week off next week due to fall break here in the Carroll County school system. So they got a couple of weeks to take off to rest and kind of bounce back here pretty soon.
Having the week off is, I think, a big thing for them because, like I said throughout this game, Villa Rica, if you watch them play, you can watch the tape. They're a good team. This is not a bad football team.
Not
the
at all.
score indicates that, but it's just the mistakes. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot. They keep getting in their own way, and that is why they've had scores like this. And I'm not saying that if you take away all those mistakes, they may still lose this game, but it's definitely not 37-0. It's a very competitive football game at the very least if they don't do that. So they just have to get out of their own way and figure out how to play clean football. And if they can do that, they can beat pretty much anybody, I think, if they play a clean football game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and give our awards out tonight. Starting off with the Elite Golf Cars Player of the Game, brought to you by Elite Golf Cars at 16 Sand Hill Shady Grove Road at Carrollton. Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof. And so our Player of the Game, my goodness, we got to give it to Matthew Eubanks, quarterback. He got himself into a few situations tonight that he was able to get out of, but he had a pretty good game overall, especially on the ground tonight.
I think we're actually going to Garfield.
Garfield, Player of the Game. Excuse me. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me on that. Max Garfield. Unsung hero was. So Max Garfield, I'm sorry, but we'll give it both to Eubanks and Garfield tonight anyway. But but Garfield had a great night, a lot of great receptions, and even he had a good running game tonight as well.
He made a lot of great plays. Just like there was one ball over here where I thought Eubanks was just trying to get rid of it. Yeah. And I think he may have been, but Garfield runs over, makes a great play. Look, Julio Jones it kind of jumps up, makes that big grab, and keeps his feet in bounce. And had one earlier where he kept his feet in bounce and turned upfield and gained about 10 more yards on the play. So he had a great night.
So we're giving that to Max Garfield. Beg your pardon. So Elite Golf Cars Player of the Game, brought to you by Elite Golf Cars. They are on Sand Hill Shady Grove Road at Carrollton. Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof, and that goes to Max Garfield. Unsung hero of the game tonight, brought to you by All Seasons Roofing. All Seasons Roofing, serving West Georgia for over 30 years. Call 770-830-ROOF. That's 770-830-ROOF to get your estimate today. They don't want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And got to look at Josiah Walker tonight. He came in clutch on a few run plays tonight that actually helped Villa Rica get the first downs and the yardage they need in positive territory.
He did a good job on the ground tonight, and obviously Villa Rica, when you go down like that, you kind of have to move away from it in the second half, so he didn't get as many carries as he would have probably. But, really hit a good night as well, and so Villa Rica did a good job on the ground overall, but he played a huge role in that tonight.
And that's your All Seasons Roofing Unsung Hero of the Game, brought to you by All Seasons Roofing, where they don't want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. 770-830-ROOF. That's 770-830-ROOF. Now time for the Carroll County Rec Department Power Play of the Game, brought to you by the Carroll County Recreation Department. Where the fundamentals begin, Carroll County Recreation has been committed to fostering teamwork, discipline, and sportsmanship in every young athlete for over 25 years. Check out Carroll County Recreation Department on Facebook for more information, and good luck to all of our local teams. And we got to go back to the beginning of the ball game. That was really impressive on the opening kickoff for Villa Rica to kick it off and hold New Manchester down to the 1 yard line. You don't see that too often in any level of football.
They got down there quick. Obviously, New Manchester fumbled the kick, but the good job of Villa Rica to get down there and not let New Manchester get back out and get into a good spot. And whenever you can start a game off with your opponent and starting the game off inside their own 1 yard line, really good job by the special teams unit.
So that is your Carroll County Recreation Department Power Play of the Game, brought to you by the Carroll County Recreation Department. Where the fundamentals begin, Carroll County Rec has been committed to fostering teamwork, discipline, and sportsmanship in every young athlete for over 25 years. Well, we wish we had better news for you tonight, but unfortunately we do not. Villa Rica will fall tonight 36-0 to the New Manchester Jaguars. 7-0 New Manchester will go. They'll go 5-0 in Region 5, 5A. Villa Rica will go to 3-5 and 3-2 in Region 5, 5A. Villa Rica will have the week off next week. All of our Carroll County teams, with the exception of Central, will be off next week due to fall break. Well, stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about it here on the Southwire Redzone show, and that's going to be on the way next. Jay Webb, David Thrower, And the one, the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Paris, going to be on the way next. They'll keep you entertained on the Southwire Red Zone show. For Stephen Riley Jones, for all the great, wonderful people here at Villa Rica High School, for rolling out the red carpet for us tonight, we greatly appreciate it tonight. Your final score again tonight, Villa Rica will fall 36-0 to the Jaguars of New Manchester. From all of us here at Graddock Sports, I'm Seth Kane, reminding you to always be a good sport, and I'll see you on the other side of the microphone. I wish you luck and good night from the City of Gold. Stay with us. The Southwire Red Zone show is next here on the Graddock Sports Network.
WCKS Fruiters Carrollton, WBGR FM Carrollton, WWGA Tallapoosa, and WKNG AM Tallapoosa.
Good evening, and we welcome you to the Southwire Red Zone show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information about Southwire, visit them at southwire.com. I'm Mike Paris, Jay Webb, DT, Coach David Thrower in the house as we recap what has happened week 9 of our high school football season. Some terrific games on the schedule. Yeah, I need to do that, don't I? Hit the wrong button every time. There's too many buttons to point sometimes.
There's a lot of buttons in here.
All right, let's see. I need to find this. Take me there. In case you don't know what has happened tonight, these are the finals in the local area this evening. The game you just heard, New Manchester. 36-0 over the Villa Rica Wildcats. Heard County had a 41-7 lead, I think, at one point, beat Darlington 41-20. The Rebel Express rolls on in Tallapoosa. They're happy homecoming here. 26-6, Haralson County downing the Temple Tigers. Carrollton led 49-0 at the half. Cruised past Chapel Hill for a 56-7 region victory. And Bowden too strong for Mount Zion tonight. 44-7, the final in those. And I think we're probably all in agreement. The first one at New Manchester, Villa Rica, I don't think none of us expected that kind of game, did we?
No, I did not. I thought for sure it would be a toss-up type, maybe a 10-point differential, but no more than that. I'm not shocked that New Manchester won because they're a good football team. They're undefeated going into the game, but didn't think it would have been a 36-0 game.
Yeah, I think the biggest shock right there is, and I think I've heard that Villa Rica might have been dealing with a couple injuries. I'm not sure, but Villa Rica's defense has been what has just been solid all year. We talked about a little bit. The offense has struggled to get stuff going, and obviously that as a result of 0 on the board. But, man, to give up 36 to New Manchester is a little bit surprising from that defense.
So New Manchester remains unbeaten, 7-0. Villa Rica drops to 3-5, and they are now 3-2 in region play, and that really dents their hopes of finishing as high as second and getting a home game in the opening round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and man, it looks like Rome and New Manchester might be quite the matchup coming up here pretty soon. So
definitely, and Villa Rica's got 2 region games left. They got East Paulding and Kennesaw. I think they got Kennesaw then East Paulding, so they're going to have to win at least one of those, and they really need to win both of those to get a better draw. You really don't want to be the 4 seed. That's the one you don't want to be. That's like we called it last week. That's kind of the booby prize. A lot of times you're playing somebody ranked to the top 5 when you're the 4 seed. So would love to be able to be number 3. You're still going to be on the road, but you got to feel like you probably got a better shot.
Yeah, and I think they can. You got Kennesaw Mountain and East Paulding left, so those are winnable games. Let's.
If I recall, it came down to the last week of the season last year, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe you're right. It was East Paulding and Villa Rica last year. Sure was.
I think what you got to do right now is you got to go. They're off next week. Hill up and see if you can get all you guys back, and then take care of business, Kennesaw Mountain, and make sure that you make game number 10 worth something. And
you want to end up at least 5-5.
That's right.
That's right. It's not a winning season, but it's not a losing season either. So 5-5. 5-5 is not what you want when the season starts, but when you're 3-5, 5-5 looks pretty good. So 2 games to go, and you'd love to be able to win both of them. So got to get ready and like I said, got a week off and get rid of Kennesaw Mountain.
Carrollton is expected. No problem with Chapel Hill. They're 4-0 in the series now and averaging about 50 points per game there, and had a shutout working there until late in the game in that matchup. And if you're Joey King, I mean, you jump on them early and just what you wanted, a fast start against.
Yeah, obviously, it's just one of those deals, a game you just got to manage at that point, and kind of get your kids out there, make sure they get the reps they need, and get your young kids on the field before you get anybody dinged up. And I think that leaves Carrollton 2 more games.
Right.
They'll have East Coweta next, and they're off, and they hit Douglas County. So big games coming up still in the region, but got to feel like Carrollton feels pretty good about themselves at this point.
And I know Douglas County, you look at their schedule, they played some tough folks, but Carrollton, Gainesville, Rome, and Parker High School defending state champs over now.
Woodward's still winning. They didn't look great in the first night of the season, but they won a number of games. Yeah,
they were not very good that night against Carrollton.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mount Zion and watching that one, they had to get off to a good start. Didn't need to help them. They turned it over to the second play of the game, and just a bunch of penalties the first half. They were just seemed like out of sync. The first half, what I saw of that one anyway.
Yeah, they were, and we said it in the pregame. I mean, Mount Zion had to play a perfect game to win, and man, it just felt like you felt like you got a little bit going. Knox Israel's helmet falls off. They're forced to kind of go to a wildcat on the second play of the game. Botch snap, and then Bowden's got the ball back, and then they score. And it just felt like from there, it was downhill from there.
Yeah, so the old snowball just kept getting bigger.
The backup quarterback's been hurt, so he's dressed, so he goes out and he probably took a snap at quarterback all week because he's been dinged up.
Right.
And then the Bowden scores pretty quick, and then they kick off, and Mount Zion called a fair catch on the kickoff.
Yeah.
Yes.
9-yard line, I think.
So somebody's watched too much college football and got confused on the rules. So that's just a kid mistake. Hopefully they'll get that ironed out. I'm sure they will. But you don't want to go in the hole early.
No.
And that's kind of. But they battled there for about a quarter and a half. They really kind of hung in there and made it a little tougher on Bowden. Got a couple stops, made them punt a couple times, but it was just Bowden just a deeper, more experienced. Just a deeper team, more talented. Just playmakers all over the field. Mount Zion's got some good players, and I think they're capable of. They got a chance to have an 8-win season, which they hadn't had since 2000. And I think they're good enough to go win a playoff game, or maybe in the right draw, maybe more. But at the same time, they don't want to let this game cost them in 2 weeks when they play Manchester. You don't want that hangover effect. You got to put this one past you and get ready for the next one. So
gotta have a short-term memory right here and get ready. You can beat Manchester. You can finish the season 8-2.
Home playoff game,
and
a lot to play for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Let's see, where am I here? Boom. Bruce Guthrie covered the Heard County game. We'll hear from him later. It was 7-7 at one time. Then boom, the barn door. They left it open here, and it was a Heard County running away for a while. Then.
Yeah, we talked about that too, and I don't know. I didn't get to see or hear any of it, but I did see the scores kind of coming through, and who knows? But maybe Herd struggled on that triple option a little bit to start with, and then they made their adjustments. We almost kind of predicted that. Really,
it's hard to simulate that in practice.
Right. Yeah.
Your scout team can't really run that and give it justice because
they don't know what a triple option is these days.
Hey, why do you think that none of these? Back when Georgia Southern was a really good FCS program, a lot of these Power 5 programs did not want to play them at all, and that was one reason, what they did, and it just makes it hard to simulate. You can't really practice against it.
And the other game before we get to a phone call here in our first commercial break of the night, Haralson County, 6th win of the season. They celebrate homecoming. Who says they can't that they don't have athletes? A 91-yard touchdown running. Yes,
91 yards.
Took one to the house. So they're at 6-2 with Bremen to play and Pepperell to play. But the 6 wins probably gets them into postseason play, Class A Division
With the power
1.
ranking, I think so. I really do. I think they're 3-1 in the region, so deservedly so. Even if they split the next 2 games, between Pepperell, Bremen, I don't know how it's going to shake out. You could be 0-2, you could be 2-0, you could be 1-1. But either way, I feel like they'll be in.
I think.
If Temple wins one more, would they possibly get in?
I think Temple could get in with
5-5,
possibly. Certainly with 2 wins. They got Model and Darlington left.
Right. Yeah.
So they got 2 winnable games. They just got to get a few things ironed out.
I think, man, Haralson County's going to have Haralson and Herd and Haralson and Pepperell That's got a chance to be some good football right there. Yeah. I'm sorry, Haralson and Bremen. That's going to be a fun night in Haralson County here in a couple of weeks.
So let's break down real quick of what's going on tonight. We'll take your telephone calls if you were at a game or want to talk about some of them. 770-834-5477. 770-834-54. I didn't know we had props in here. 770-834-5477.
We've been coached up by
Or 770-834-KISS. Just in case you
could do that.
Coach Jessica got coached us up.
Yes.
My goodness, she's just all over the place these days, is she not? 770-834-5477. That is our number. We'll get to Bernie. We'll talk to him. And we continue with our Week 9 of the Southwire Redzone Show. They celebrate 75 years of delivering power. For more information, find out all you need to know at Southwire.com.
At Southwire, we know what it means to show up, play hard, and leave it all on the field, just like our local athletes do every week. For 75 years, Southwire has built long-lasting ties in the community. We're proud to stand behind our players, coaches, teachers, and staff who shape tomorrow's leaders, one game and one lesson at a time. Whether in the classroom, on the field, or in the workplace, leadership and commitment to community matters. If you're ready to turn your drive into something powerful, we're ready for you. Explore your future with us at careers.southwire.com and become one of the people behind the power.
If you've been getting that new-to-me car itch, but can't find the car you want, then check out John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. There's never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Used car values are at all-time highs. John Thornton Buick GMC has a great selection of certified and pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from. For excellent service and big savings, go to John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. Shop their huge inventory of certified and pre-owned online at johnthorntonbuickgmc.com.
Summertime and the living is easy. Except for the mosquito bites. Skin knees, sunburn, poison ivy.
For quick relief from summertime fun, stop by Haney's Drug Corner. They've got the creams, lotions, bandages, tinctures, and medicines, along with the expert advice of a local pharmacist to relieve whatever summer throws at you.
Swimmer's ear, bee stings, poison oak, tick bites.
Haney's Drug Corner on Dixie Street in Carrollton. Your cure for the summertime blues since 1975.
Summer fun may be winding down, but it'll be back around before you know it. That's why fall is a great time to think about winterizing your pool, making repairs, and renovating your older pools. It's also a great time to install a hot tub, and Rivers Pools is making it easier than ever with great deals, faster scheduling, lower prices, and no summer wait times. Save big with our fall specials. Be ready before next swim season. Visit Rivers Pools on Highway 27 in Carrollton, Highway 78 in Villa Rica, and online at riverspools.com.
If you're considering a new or used car or truck, your best deal is right here close to home at Scott Evans Nissan and Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep. You will have a great buying experience. This is Scott Evans, and I will personally make sure that you get a great deal, and it's backed up with service that's second to none. We make buying a car fun and easy. Come see our huge inventory at Scott Evans Nissan or Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Carrollton. You'll be glad you did.
Online, ScottEvansUSA.com.
Welcome back to the Southwire Redzone Show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. All you want to know about Southwire, visit them at southwire.com. Our show also brought to you by Blossman Gas, Haney's Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West, Rivers Pools, Smith Brothers Supply, and NG Turf. Along with Jay Webb and the coach David Thrower, I'm Mike Paris, and again, our number where you can reach us is at 770-834-5477. Like our buddy Bernie going to join us right now, if I hit the right button. Well, I thought I did. Hello, Bernie. Are you there? Hello?
I am here.
There we go. How's your Friday night going?
It's been a good Friday night. I got to go to a award ceremony tonight at the university for my father, so had a good time with that. Then got to come over and watch Bound in Mount Zion tonight, guys. I want to say I agree with all what y'all talked about a few minutes ago. Like I said, I didn't get to the game right on time tonight, but
we're docking your pay for that, by the way.
Well, that's fine. I'll make up for it somehow or another.
I'm sure you will. Oh,
I guess I will.
I'm sure you got them concession stand.
I just want to say one or two things.
okay.
I'll start with Bowden. Bowden won the ball game tonight, as like y'all said, 44-7. Both teams came in knowing what was at stake. There's a lot of home field advantage at stake for this region right now with this ball game tonight, and we can say that Bowden has the upper hand right now. But Mount Zion has played 11, 12 weeks straight of football. If you count back, I know y'all probably already said it, but they've played 11 or 12 weeks straight with practices, games, scrimmages, and they're beat up. But they did not hang their head low tonight whatsoever. They fought for 48 minutes. But at the end of the game, you could just tell that Mount Zion is a tired group of men right now. Like I said, you can't hang your head about them. But I did hear a couple things as Coach Brad Gordon talked to his players. Brett Martin talked to more with Coach Finley of Bowden, but Coach Gordon says that they had 3 objectives or 3 goals that they wanted to do this year. And so far, Mount Zion has done 2 of them. That is be undefeated at home and have a winning record. And their third goal is very much up in the air, and I know that they can do it, but they need to go take care of Manchester in a couple weeks. They finally have week 10 off next week, but their third and final goal was to have a home playoff game. And I know that Coach Gordon's going to take a little break and do some things that he wants to do, coach his players or whatnot. But I have a very, very good suspicion that Mount Zion will come back for week 11 and be ready to play against Manchester. They have to go to Manchester, play Manchester in week 11. Bowden, I want to switch to Bowden. We got, Bowden's Bowden. Bowden has played some very large opponents this year. They have a couple of losses, but from what I see right now with Bowden is playing Bowden football, rolling. Caden Prothrow back in action tonight, full blast, had some great catches, some touchdowns. It was just a great effort by, Connor Daniel came to mind. He did well. Jonah Wilson, just the Bowden that we know Bowden can do,
All right, Bernie, excellent job.
I'm done talking. I'm fixing to go home and pack the car, and I'm headed out of Carrollton for a few days. Y'all enjoy next week.
Bernie, you're the man. Enjoy your trip.
Have fun. Be safe.
All right.
See you, Bernie.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, brother. See you.
Bye.
That is Bernie. His report for the night.
Yes.
All right, so Brandel was at the Haralson County game tonight. So, see if wrong button. Let's try that. Brandel, are you there?
Yes, I am, sir.
So you were at Haralson County Temple tonight, right?
Yes, sir, I was. It was homecoming for us. I played there also back when Coach Bobby Swofford was coaching, so it's been a minute.
I was going to say that's a year or two ago now.
Yeah, a couple of years. I just want to say that I'm very proud of them, and I saw something that I haven't seen at Haralson County in a while, and that was what I saw tonight was the offensive line was just as aggressive as the defensive line. That stuck out with me tonight.
So they whipped them both at the line of scrimmage, huh?
Oh yes, sir. If I had to give MVP, it'd be both of them, both of those lines, the offensive and defensive line. They played awesome game.
Let me ask you, at 6-2 after the season last year, did you expect this kind of turnaround so quick?
To be honest, I wasn't expecting it to turn around this quick.
Mm-hmm.
But it's it's not a bad thing though. I thought it was going to take a little longer, but the kids, for what I saw tonight, the kids they sold out to the coach. That's what I saw.
I agree. I was going to say that, Brando. I think right now, if you were going to look at a coach of the year for that region, I think you got to look real hard at Randy Crutchfield and what he's been able to do really just in his second season, coming off a 1-9 year. And And I think you talk about, I know Crutchfield pretty well, and I have a feeling that line of scrimmage is a direct product of just Crutchfield's mindset and hard work ethic and the guy that he is.
They play match the coach's personality.
That's right.
That's the way they play.
Yes, and it was just awesome. It was just awesome, you know.
So are you looking forward to that matchup next week with that school just a few miles away from you there?
Yeah, that evil school. That evil school, yes, that evil school.
The evil school, I like that.
Evil school. Some guys in Bremen's going to hear that. They're probably going to call me tomorrow. That evil school.
You're stirring the pot, and it's not even Friday night's not over yet. We're not even mid-game week yet, man.
Brandel, it's good to meet you. My name's Jay Webb. I've been the chaplain at Bremen for the last 10 years. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. It's going to be a great...
I'm going to make sure I pray for him this week.
No, it's going to be I think that's going to be a fantastic matchup.
I tell you what, Brandel may have just got the armchair quarterback call of the week.
That's right. I love it. I'm calling it right now. Skinner's got some competition.
Hey, Brandel, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Call us again, okay?
Yeah, I'll keep up good work.
Thank you.
brother.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, bye.
That is Brandel calling from Haralson County tonight after the Rebels beat the Tigers. That evens that series. How about that? 12 times they played, 6 wins each side. Now even it's been Haralson County and Temple through the years. You can reach us at 770-834-5477. 770-834-KISS 5477. That's what it says right there, right? Let's see. Let's head back to the phones. I think we got Bruce ready to talk to us here. Hello, Bruce.
Yes, sir. How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. I tell you, I heard you guys talking a little bit. No, I made a joke with Heard County Coach Shane Lassiter a few weeks ago about being all gas, no brakes at the end of a game when he could have just kneeled. Well, tonight they were pedal to the metal from the opening kick.
Really?
And it was something else.
Impressive.
You got to stop them. Very impressive, especially during a stretch where they scored literally 6 touchdowns in about 13-minute span.
Wow!
And so it was. They got to stop now. They gave up the ball to Darlington on the opening kick and stopped them at midfield on 4th down. Dorian Coleman got a 22-yard run down to the Tigers 30, and for 3 straight plays went nowhere. And it's 4th down and 10 from the 30, and Ethan Tisdale does the most Ethan Tisdale thing ever and runs it in for a touchdown on 4th down and 10 from the 30-yard line. 7-0. You guys' assessment that they would have a little trouble with that option and that wishbone, they'd never seen it before. A lot of those guys, Lassiter said after the game that maybe, I asked him, you have to tell them what it was? You have to show them what it was? Because they didn't know everybody runs a spread. Nobody's ever seen a wishbone formation before. And he said, yeah. And so they got a 60-yard touchdown around left side by Miles Twyman. And it's 7-7. And nobody expected that. So what does Tisdale do? He counters with a 54-yard touchdown on the next play from scrimmage.
Wow.
And then Coleman a 56-yard touchdown after a 17-yard punt from Darlington. And it's 20-7. All of this in the first quarter. And then Heard County decides to use their killer instinct. They recovered an onside kick at the 46. Tisdale to Jimmy Coleman, 12-yard touchdown in about 5 plays, 27-7. That's at the end. That's all in the first quarter.
Wow.
Second quarter, Tisdale to Zayden Moreland, 22 yards at the 5:59 mark, 34-7. Andrew Tinker got a fumble recovery on a pitch with 2:46 and a half. Defense figured it out, and Tisdale went 51 yards on a touchdown negated by a hold, but then later decided to drive down the field, trip Curbo a 10-yard touchdown catch at the 111 mark, 41-7. That right there, that was it. A running clock from there.
Right.
Darlington did get a couple of touchdowns in garbage time, but it was pretty much all over but the shouting by halftime. And that running clock made everything. They've been done for an hour. So
yeah, Bruce. Let me. You said You said Tisdale a good bit. We talked about it a little bit in pregame. He was at 862 yards passing going into the night, 453 yards rushing. I expected him to get to 1,000 passing and 500 tonight. You think he did that with the yardage he had?
Oh, he got past 500 on rushing in 2 runs.
Wow.
So that was, I mean, he was on fire. He didn't play at all in the second half.
Gotcha.
So it was one of those things where he rested everybody, and I guess getting him ready for Bremen next week, and it's just one of those things where once they got and I knew when they kick an onside kick in the second quarter and they're up by 3 touchdowns, they're going for the killer, and that's exactly what they did.
So were they a different team or even a better team than when you saw them a few weeks ago, you think?
I think they were the same team, but without so many of the mistakes that they made earlier. And obviously that's going to be true. Right. And as they get better. And it was that they were very methodical. They looked like they were out there taking care of business. It wasn't an overly emotional game. It was something that we got to take care of business. They moved the ball when they wanted to. I even asked Coach, I said, with all these 50, 40, 30-yard runs, kind of boring when they take it on a first down play and get 10 yards. It was that kind of game where you expected them to break off chunks of yardage every time somebody touched the ball, especially Tisdale and those guys that running back. And it was, they didn't really pass for a lot. They didn't need to.
That's right.
Bruce, as always, great job. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you guys.
Good job, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you for the info tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon. That is Bruce reporting from Franklin or thereabouts after the victory tonight as the Braves roll to another win, remain unbeaten at number 4 in the state in Class A's Division I. They were 4, then they were 5, went to 4, slipped back a couple of weeks ago to 5 because of some other upsets, whatever had happened. And then, there we go. It's a little loud out there. Thank you, dear. Kept echoing there. And they went back to 4 this week. So, 7-0, is that right? Yeah.
7-0.
7-0, undefeated region. 3-0 in the region.
Mm-hmm.
And rocking and rolling.
And they're getting better, I think. Lassiter's got those guys right where he wants them. I think what Bruce said, and we mentioned it earlier, would this be a game that, Darlington could slip in and kind of hang around in, and we said it. I mean, Lassiter's going to have those guys. I think they've got their eyes on the prize, and this is going to be a big season. They're looking at a deep run, and Bruce said it, man. They were all business, Let's go out there, do what we do in this game by the end of the second quarter, and let's get ready for Bremen next week.
Yeah, when Bruce is calling a 10-yard run a boring play. Hey, it took us 4 plays to score on that drive. What's wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Yep.
770-834-5477. 770-834-5477, our number to give us a shout here on this Southwire Red Zone show. I'm going to do, if you'll allow me to do this, sort of partly personal here. Place is falling apart behind us out there. Oh, I didn't see Jessica.
I dropped a radio. It's fine.
It's all good.
She tried to dribble it or something. I don't know. All right, so with what I've done, being in an athletic department, Division I athletic program, couldn't be involved in a high school event. So I didn't get to do high school sports for about 25 years. So anyway, that changed a few years ago. But flying into Houston, going in there, you see, everything's bigger and better in Texas, or so they claim.
Right.
All these schools, and you can see high schools and, their facilities and whatnot. But I'm standing there tonight at Bowden, and this goes back to when Bremen was there, Temple and Bremen a couple of weeks ago. The other games, Carrollton Parker that night. I'm telling people, there's something special about Friday nights in the South. 2 small communities like Bowden and Mount Zion coming together tonight. Both sides are full. You get the light show at Bowden as they run out on the field and all that stuff. Bands are playing, and I mean it's pretty sweet, quite honestly. I feel blessed to be a part of all this every week, every Friday night.
I think Georgia high school football, even though I think it's highly regarded throughout the country, it still may be a little underrated, because the good thing about Georgia high school football, there's great football in every part of the state. And back in the day, it wasn't a Metro Atlanta game. It was a community, rural, small town game. Well, that's changed. It's big business in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. You can see these powerhouse schools in Cobb and Gwinnett and Fulton County and all these other places. So it's big everywhere in this state, private schools, public schools, all over the state of Georgia. There's a lot of fan interest. There's a lot of support, a lot of community involvement, and just a lot of people that care about their school and they're invested in it and want to see the kids have success.
Just the small town or the communities, as you put it, it means a little bit more there than some of the other places.
I agree, and
you've been at some of those places.
I've been in a few places. It's different, but I'm even though I spent 20 years of my career coaching at a school with 13, 14, 1,800, 1,600 kids, those type. AAA, 4A, 5A. That's back when we only had 5 or 6 classifications, not which would be basically 6A or 5A. And but I did spend enough time in single A to really appreciate that. I really think some of the best football is played in single A and double A, and a lot of people don't realize that. Right. And a lot of times the only difference between some of these teams, it's not the quality, it's maybe the quantity, but it's not the quality. So there's just good football over the state, small schools, big schools, in between, in the middle. It's a lot of great coaches in the state of Georgia. You talk to these college recruiters that come around and will talk to you, and they will tell you when they get a kid from Georgia, they generally going to get a guy that's been coached and they know how to play and they're physical. They know how to lift weights. They know how to practice. And that's not 100% true, obviously, but there's always a few exceptions. But for the most part, that's the kind of kids that Georgia high school is sending out to colleges.
And with what I do at Jacksonville State, week in, week out, there's going to be 4 or 5 guys, going to your point right there, Georgia kids from wherever it may be on rosters, some schools where they're, last night, Sam Houston State, we're out there playing them. They got 3 kids from Georgia, 1 from the Metro Atlanta area, and 2 from smaller schools in the state and that sort of thing.
No, they're all
over the country.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 136 Division I programs in the country playing football, and I'd be willing to bet there may be a couple that doesn't have a Georgia player. But, like when you sign 300 Division I kids in your state every year, the University of Georgia can't sign all the good players.
Right.
There's a lot of good players that go. So it's not just, back in the day it was more regional. Recruiting was more regionally done, and you'd see Georgia Tech, maybe Auburn, Alabama, those. But now you get coaches that come from all over recruiting the state of Georgia. It's really amazing.
Got another caller. Let's get to the phone here. Let's catch up with Paul. Hello, Paul.
Hey, guys. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Best night of my life, I think.
I hear you, Fitz.
That's Fitzsimmons.
It's Fitzsimmons right here.
I didn't catch that one.
Let's go.
I don't even want to ask why it's the best night of your life tonight.
Oh, man. I tell you what, it was a great night down in Franklin tonight. I sure am proud of our staff and our players. We were on fall break this week, and our guys were dialed in as usual. Kudos to our staff, Coach Laster and crew. They wouldn't accept any excuses this week. Having to go in and play a team like Darlington, they run that triple, Matt, and Paul Johnson and Georgia Tech. They beat Georgia just about every other time they played them, right?
Well, yeah, of course, Paul. Come on, Paul. Well, let's get some context here. Paul Fitzsimmons is one of my Georgia Tech buddies. Let's just go ahead and get some context right there.
I don't know. I'm gonna say boo hiss on that. I may have to research that.
I will say he did give them fits. So even the years that Georgia beat them, I don't think Georgia.
Come on, DT. Give me some credit.
Well, hey, I'm a Georgia Southern guy, so I got the same background basically. So I understand where you're coming from, brother. But and we were just talking about it a while ago. So ain't no doubt that's a tough offensive stop. No question.
And I did see I did see some new wrinkles that we put out there tonight. Kicking game was strong again tonight. We got an onside kick. We had a couple of new plays that we put in there. It was schemed up, and I sure am proud that they answered the bell on a little bit of a different week, being fall break and all. I sure am proud of them.
Paul, it's we were just talking. I don't know if you heard us on the radio just about Georgia football, Georgia high school football, and I think to me, what we get to, I'm sure we'll be watching together next week. Heard County and Bremen. To me, that might be. I mean, that's what Friday night football is all about right there. Those two programs, I think there's incredible respect for each other. I know Coach Russell and Coach Lassiter are great friends, and, man, I'm excited about next Friday.
Absolutely. I think it's, again, what you said, I think it's what it's all about. You know, you've got two staffs, two communities that, they support each other and they're there for each other. And it's kind of a breath of fresh air, while they're on the gridiron, they're going to try to beat each other's brains out. But, when they go into the line, they're going to shake each other's hands too. So I think there's something to be said about that.
Well, look, you the AD, so I'm going to ask you an AD question. I know you're on fall break, but did you count the money? You already got the, putting back into the coffers? Did we do pretty good at the gate tonight?
I don't know, man. I like to think that, there's probably some people on vacation and whatnot. But bottom line is, anytime you can kick that thing off at 7:30, you win now.
Well, and you got bigger games coming. You got a couple more regular season games, but it looks like y'all going to have a great shot to play some playoff games at home, too, and that's always going to be a plus.
Yeah. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Hopefully we can stack it up like firewood, DT.
That's always a good plan, man.
I love it.
That's right. Well, I appreciate you guys and what y'all do for us. Okay, go Braves.
Keep it going, bro.
Thanks,
See
Paul.
you, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
See you.
That's Paul calling from Heard County tonight down in Franklin, talking about the Braves. Heard County a winner as they defeated Darlington by a score of 41-20. We got to take a break. We'll check scores, run it down the local scores for you, get into some highlights from the games. As we continue, got a whole lot more to go through before we get to the witching hour tonight at midnight. Southwire Redzone Show, celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, you can visit them at southwire.com. Stay with us. Redzone Show continues in a moment.
Ortho West, the new name for the Carrollton Orthopedic Clinic. This is Greg Slappy, and I want to introduce you to Ortho West, the premier orthopedic and spine physician group serving West Georgia. Since 1977, you have trusted our surgeons for all of your orthopedic needs. Through the years, as we have grown with new locations and more specialists, it was time for a new name. Ortho West is here for complete orthopedic care to get you back to work, back on the field, or back on the golf course. Check us out online at orthowestga.com.
Whether you're looking for propane delivery, gas appliances, or service work, Blossman Gas is the local company for all your propane needs. Blossman carries a wide variety of propane appliances, gas logs, Speed Queen washers and dryers, Rinnai tankless water heaters, gas ranges, generators, and outdoor kitchens and grills, perfect for tailgating. Visit Patrick Steed and his staff at 3801 Highway 27 in Buchanan or 1375 Highway 166 in Bowden to see live demos and discover the Blossman difference. Bringing hometown propane service to families and businesses since 1960.
You're going to fall in love with your new vehicle during the Fall into Savings event at John Thornton Chevrolet in Lithia Springs. Fall into savings like a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Custom. Now $10,000 off MSRP. Or a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 RST. Now $12,000 off MSRP. Chevrolet, together let's drive. John Thornton Chevrolet in Lithia Springs.
Available on select in stock models. No social security number required. Spanish speakers available in all departments. See dealer for details. In 103125.
Create a field of dreams on your home lawn this season with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Our drought-tolerant, warm-season Tiff-Tuff Bermuda is perfect for your full-sun yard. Got shade? We have the solution. Zeon Zoysia, great for lawns with more shady areas. Call and speak with one of our certified lawn professionals to learn more about all our premium farm fresh sod varieties backed by 1-year warranty. Schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg or find more information at ngturf.com.
Since 1962, Smith Brothers Supply has met the plumbing and electrical supply needs of West Georgia's most respected tradesmen and most discerning homeowners. Whether you're trying to come in under bid or keep your spouse happy, you can count on Smith Brothers to deliver fast, friendly service and the highest quality plumbing and electrical supplies at an honest price. At Smith Brothers Supply, their expert staff make the difference. So go with the folks you know. Smith Brothers Supply Company, City Hall Avenue, downtown Carrollton.
We welcome you back, Southwire Redzone Show. Friday night, high school football here in the state of Georgia. Southwire celebrating 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit southwire.com. I'm Mike Parrish, the coach David Thrower, Jay Webb. Our Vanna White, our answer to Vanna White. Jessica's in the house tonight. Kevin Hemphill checking scores. We thank you for joining us also on our Facebook live stream, YouTube stream. Swole Joel.
Swole Joel with the rocking the stash.
Producing all that. Yes. Working on that mustache for a while, he's got it. So that's the crew that's still left around here tonight.
He's up to 149 pounds now.
Let me take your guys' picture.
He's going to drink a glass of milk before he goes to bed.
He's eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches like crazy.
Oh, man.
That joker's up to 149, solid muscle.
Thanks for being a part of it. You can join us at 770-834-5477. 770-834-5477. Like the next gentleman we're going to talk to. Hello, Matthew.
Hello, good sir. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for shooting me a text right in the middle of working last night, by the way.
Hey, I'm just glad that Garrison Ripa hit that field goal, or else we might have a very sad Mike Parrish.
Oh, I'd be miserable right now. The pride of Luella High School, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, congrats to the Gamecocks, and great night to be a Trojan. Hall of Fame. Homecoming week is done, and we get to enjoy a little bit of fall break and get ready for the Indians next week. So looking forward to it.
Did you race the Flash tonight?
No, did not race the Flash. We had 4 wonderful students. We had Ace Phillips, a third grader. Ace Wilson, a third grader. Copeland Phillips, a fifth grader, who will be a track star for the Trojans. Remember that name? Zoe Hutton, a seventh grader. And Nick Alexander, he was a junior. And the Flash was victorious tonight.
Oh.
He got all 4 of them. So
I'm starting to wonder if he wasn't paid off a little bit on that night that the Matt Skinner
that's where I was
race.
going.
I don't know.
yeah, he may have been, man. You never know.
Listen, I'm going out, Skin. I know you're an athlete, baby. I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to say you're faster than any third grader at Carrollton City Schools right now. Now, when we start talking fifth graders and seventh graders, we're talking a different element now. But third graders, you got them. You're smoking all them jokers like a cheap cigar. Fifth grade's kind of iffy now. It's a little iffy.
That wasn't the most impressive thing tonight. I think the most impressive thing tonight, 2 things I want to highlight.
Okay.
The game got over with in 1 hour and 58 minutes. Obviously, we don't keep records of that, I don't think, but I'd put it up there as one of the fastest Trojan games to ever be completed. And I love homecoming. It's a great tradition. Carrollton's band has been playing Battle Hymn of the Republic, the Battle Hymn song, at the end of halftime for, as long as I've been alive and even before then. So tonight the football team actually got to pull the flag for Battle Hymn. That's a tradition that started back a couple of years ago. So that was a lot of fun to see after the game, the football team getting involved with the band, and that was about the highlight of the night. I think we could have gotten the team together and gone and put a fight up against the Panthers tonight. So.
Everybody,
I hate it for Brad, and then Brad's a great guy, and it just took some lumps tonight for them.
Everybody but you and Larry played, right?
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Heck, our twos and threes played the first series of the second quarter.
Wow.
So it was good to get some of those guys in. And Dash Mighton caught a touchdown pass tonight. He's a freshman. You'll hear that name a lot in the coming future. Aiden Lockett was another name that did some good things. So, and it's not bad when you have C.J. Cypher, a freshman, throwing on the ball either.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's not too bad, but I just figured I'd come call and put my 2 cents in, just say thanks to our great community. We had a great homecoming day today, and our administration has worked tirelessly this week to make sure they got some learning done while the chaos continued during the week. So shout out to them, and they get a much-deserved week off this upcoming week. So,
couple of things. Cypher got a pretty big offer this week, didn't he?
Yeah, we actually got to hang out with Jed May tonight. He was there from UGA Sports the rival site, and got to talk to him a little bit. And they're really high on CJ. And I mean, when you watch the film, you can see why. He's obviously a big kid. He's only a freshman. He can throw the ball. That second touchdown pass he had tonight, he threw just an absolute dart. Going to his left, throwing back to his right, about 45 yards in stride. I mean, he's definitely the real deal. And if he stays healthy and keeps his mind right, he's going to continue to bring those offers in. And I'd love to see him wear red and black. Obviously, I support him 100% wherever he decides to go. It's 40 years. But that's the great part about it. He's got 3 years left. So.
That's right. Hey, this question I got for you, the big thing I thought coming into the night, I hadn't heard anybody talk about it, but Carrollton come out, no injuries with their starters. They're good there. That's what you want to come through tonight, right?
Yes, no injuries. The only scare we had, Peyton Zachary, he goes to the locker room. I thought he might have jammed a finger or did something on a punt return. He just came out. He had a new pair of gloves. That's all he had to get. So that was Peyton Zachary, by the way, broke a record last week. Carrollton, obviously, longtime wing tee running team, Notre Dame box running team. Not a premier passing team until 2016, I guess you could say, when Sean Calhoun took over the program. So there's been 6 games in Trojan football history with double-digit receptions by a receiver, and Peyton Zachary has 3 of them. Wow. And he had 2 of them. One against Westlake last week, and the other against Parker the week before. So definitely Peyton Zachary is a big part of our offense, and I'm glad he did not hurt his finger like I thought he did. So we're good to go.
Well, Jay pointed this out on the tailgate show, and I'm sure you saw it, Georgia High School Football Daily. Zachary and Ryan Mosley started the night with exactly the same amount of yardage, receiving yardage on the season.
It's so funny you mentioned that. We were walking back from the homecoming pep rally this morning, and I was actually talking to Zakai Helton at the time, waiting back for the pep rally to finish up, and I actually saw him and mentioned that to him. So I haven't got a chance to look at the final stats yet, but I know Ryan, I think, got him in yards tonight, so that'll be a fun. I know they'll have a good little friendly competition on that. So
look, I got to shout out your color guy. You may have the best in the business. He crushed it. He sent me his notes he had for the game tonight. You didn't have to worry about anything. He had it all covered, man.
Listen, guys, and this is no offense to anybody else on any station, but I'd put our color guy up against anybody in America. He does more work during the week than just about anybody I've ever met. Larry Evans is awesome, and Carrollton is lucky to have him, not only as a color guy, but as a great community member and actually a leg coach for our tennis team. He coaches our tennis program, too, and he does a great job of that. So I'm very proud of Larry. And, yes, I really don't have to do a lot. Larry can prep me in about 15 minutes just off his game notes. So it's awesome.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you calling. I'll let you have fall break tomorrow, and I won't bother you till Sunday. How's that?
Hey, if nobody's going out of town on Monday, there's a great show in town, the 22-4 Carrollton High School Trojan softball team. They are taking on Lambert High School coming up coming up on Monday at 3 o'clock and at 5 o'clock. So
is that the first round?
It's first round of the playoffs. So if you ain't got nothing going on, come out and watch them play on Friday.
All right. No, Monday.
Monday.
Or Monday, and then come watch us play East Coweta on Tuesday.
There you go. Good recover. Good recover.
There you go. That's a way to play it off.
All right, man. Thanks, brother. Talk to you.
Yeah, guys. Y'all have a good night.
All right,
see you, brother.
Matt Skinner, now the voice of the Trojans this year, I guess, for the remainder of the season. And Larry Evans does a great job. First time he's ever done anything like this, too. So, all right, we got to take a timeout. When we get into the 11 o'clock hour here, we're going to come back. We'll start running highlights from the games tonight. We'll get you caught up on the scoreboard as well. Also, we got some Southwire swag to give away. We got to get Jessica up here and moving around, and so we'll give you a chance to win some Southwire swag when we get back. We get into the 11 o'clock hours. We head toward midnight here. The weekly recap, high school football, Southwire Redzone Show, presented obviously by Southwire, where they are serving 75 years of delivering power. For more information, visit Southwire.com.
At Southwire, we know what it means to show up, play hard, and leave it all on the field, just like our local athletes do every week. For 75 years, Southwire has built long-lasting ties in the community. We're proud to stand behind our players, coaches, teachers, and staff who shape tomorrow's leaders, one game and one lesson at a time. Whether in the classroom, on the field, or in the workplace, leadership and commitment to community matters. If you're ready to turn your drive into something powerful, we're ready for you. Explore your future with us at careers.southwire.com and become one of the people behind the power.
If you've been getting that new-to-me car itch, but can't find the car you want, then check out John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. There's never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Used car values are at all-time highs. John Thornton Buick GMC has a great selection of certified and pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from. For excellent service and big savings, go to John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. Shop their huge inventory of certified and pre-owned online at johnthorntonbuickgmc.com.
Ah, summertime and the living is easy. Except for the mosquito bites. Skin knees, sunburn, poison ivy.
For quick relief from summertime fun, stop by Haney's Drug Corner. They've got the creams, lotions, bandages, tinctures, and medicines, along with the expert advice of a local pharmacist to relieve whatever summer throws at you.
Swimmer's ear, bee stings, poison oak, tick bites.
Haney's Drug Corner on Dixie Street in Carrollton. Your cure for the summertime blues since 1975.
Summer fun may be winding down, but it'll be back around before you know it. That's why fall is a great time to think about winterizing your pool, making repairs, and renovating your older pools. It's also a great time to install a hot tub, and Rivers Pools is making it easier than ever with great deals, faster scheduling, lower prices, and no summer wait times. Save big with our fall specials. Be ready before next swim season. Visit Rivers Pools on Highway 27 in Carrollton, Highway 78 in Villa Rica, and online at riverspools.com.
If you're considering a new or used car or truck, your best deal is right here close to home at Scott Evans Nissan and Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep. You will have a great buying experience. This is Scott Evans, and I will personally make sure that you get a great deal, and it's backed up with service that's second to none. We make buying a car fun and easy. Come see our huge inventory at Scott Evans Nissan or Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Carrollton. You'll be glad you did.
Online, ScottEvansUSA.com. The Friday Night Lights are on. WCKS Fruiters Carrollton, WBGR FM Carrollton, WWGA Tallapoosa, and WKNG AM Tallapoosa.
Welcome back. Hour 2, Southwire Redzone Show. Also, our program brought to you by Blossman Gas, Haney's Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West, Rivers Pools, Smith Brothers Supply, and NG Turf. Along with Jay Webb and the coach David Thrower, I'm Mike Paris. We head into hour 2. Stay close to the phone. Give you a chance to win some Southwire swag here in just a bit. And we're going to get into some highlights, some games tonight. But first, let's check the scoreboard. Games in the local area, in case you don't know what happened this evening. What I was looking for. Bad news, Holy Ground. Just got an update there. Tough one tonight. Hard break for the Stallions in OT. They go down. The Crusaders of Kingsway Christian, a 32-30 win over Holy Ground on the night. Meanwhile, at Villa Rica, tough night for the Wildcats. New Manchester, 36-0 victory over the Wildcats. Heard County jumped to a 41-7 lead, cruised home, beat Darlington 41-20. Haralson County rolls on 26-6. They topped the Temple Tigers tonight. Carrollton led 49-0 at halftime and strolled in with a 56-7 win over Chapel Hill. And in the matchup at Bowden between the two neighbors, the Red Devils take the measure of Mount Zion tonight to the tune of 44-7. So that's a look at the local scoreboard from tonight. We get into our highlights. We're going to start, first of all, we just talked to Matt Skinner. If I can get everything working here, we're going to take a look back, some of the calls, some of the highlights tonight from the Trojans in that matchup. Chapel Hill coming in 1-5, Carrollton number 3 in the state, 7-0 going in, and had won all 3 of the previous meetings and averaging right around 50 points a game in those 3 contests. And they got it started early, and it would come often for the Trojans. How about this one? Long touchdown run for the first score of the night. Uh-oh. Let's try this.
50. The kicker doesn't even attempt to touch him. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 98 yards.
I'm going to replay that because I missed the first part of it. I'm taking some leisurely measures.
Rontre Welch, I believe from the 2, he may go. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. The kicker doesn't even attempt to touch him. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 98 yards.
Rontre Welch, 98 yards right off the bat. 7-0 Trojans lead it. And then very quickly again.
Cam Wood looking. He's going to throw the deep ball to Rontre Welch. Are you serious? What a throw. Touchdown, Trojans. Cipher to Welch. 13-0 Trojans lead. What a throw.
You won't see a better throw from a freshman, Matt. Trojans.
Pretty good start for Welch, wasn't it? A couple of touches and a touchdown. Then it was Cam Wood time.
Snug bunch here, Matt.
Snap. Handoff to Cam Wood. Right side. He's trying to get outside. He does to the 15. He stayed in bounds. 10, 5. Touchdown, Trojans. How did he stay in bounds? All of his momentum was going out of bounds. He stopped on a dime, cut back, and waltzed into the end zone for a Trojan touchdown.
Snug bunch. I got to find out about that. I hadn't heard that before. 21-0 Trojans, and it wasn't long before they went out another one. Nope, that's not going to try it this way.
Cipher looking, deep ball, caught, 10, 5, touchdown. Trojans, is that 19 for us? Dash Mighton.
Dash. What a great name.
That is for a wide receiver. That's a pretty good.
Gotta like that kid.
It's like Cadillac Williams at Auburn a few years ago. 28-0 Carrollton to that point. Now the defense gets in on the act next
Throw
time.
it out of the backfield. It's intercepted. Jay Hagan intercepts it at the 30-yard line, and he will waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And the Trojans would tack on another one to lead 49-0 at halftime.
Cipher looking. End zone. Key Miller caught it. Touchdown. What a ball by Cipher. Put it right up where Key Miller could go and grab it. Little, call that what, the stick and nod little route right there.
Yeah, a little shake route there.
Stick and nod.
And the Trojans would add one more for good measure.
Trips to the right. Dash Mighton this time by himself. Harris still the back. Holds claw. Gonna drop back. They bring pressure. Gets a little screen out to Harris. Harris has all the space. He's got one guy to beat. He jukes him, and now he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Zaylen Harris, he redeems himself. He could have had one earlier, but he gets it anyway, and the Trojans now have a 55-0 lead with about 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
That was Mason on the call of that one, by the way. Youngster who's a student at Carrollton High School. 56-0 Trojans roll on to win it. 56-7 the final. Those highlights from Budget Blinds of Douglasville and Villa Rica, the best blind date you'll ever have. You can find them online at budgetblinds.com/Douglasville-GA. Trojans celebrate homecoming in great fashion. They win it easily. as they take them by a score of 56-7. So they're 8-0. East Coweta coming to town, then a week off, and then Douglas County. Yeah.
Douglas County Tigers.
It's going to be a good game.
That will be a good one.
And they had an easy time tonight.
That will probably be a TV game. I'm willing to bet GPB or the other bunch.
I think there's some kind of talk going on. I'll put it.
I would say that's
somewhere.
probably. What's the Peachtree?
Peachtree TV or
TV.
GPP.
Yeah, somebody will cover that one for sure.
Douglas beat Westlake 45-20 tonight. I think we saw that.
Yeah.
Eric Collins sent me that message.
So the honors tonight handed out for the Carrollton victory. Ron Trey Welch is the elite golf cars player of the game. He had the repairs all your golf cart needs under $1. Carroll County Recreation Department proudly serving the community with a variety of sports and family fun events, and they've been doing it for over 25 years. Check them out, Carroll County Recreation Department on Facebook for more. Trojans roll on. It's about 763 wins, I think, in the history of the program, something like that.
Yeah, they're
7 all-time in the state. And
they're
7 all-time in the state. And they win it, as we said, 56-7, and they get East Coweta. 56-7, and they get East Coweta next week. Then the open day next week. Then the open date, as we said, in the Douglas County on Halloween night on October. Let's see. No, I got to go. Here's what I got to do. I got no idea about the region race right there. That one. West Forsyth headed to a win. The Wolverines 42-10 over their Bates. Forsyth headed to a win. The Wolverines 42-10 over their Bates in Forsyth County as they're taking care of business with the War Eagles from South Forsyth. Meanwhile, North Forsyth 10-6 win over the Warriors of North Atlanta High School. So that's the region they cross with when you get to the playoffs to start the opening round. Then we'll get to the others here in a bit as we roll on here on this Friday night. You got to sleep pretty good at night when you got Cam Wood, Peyton Zachary, Ryan Mosley, and then you got C.J. Cipher to get it to them. And
yeah, they're just full of weapons. I think what stood out to me on those highlights, though, was outside of Cam Wood, and obviously Cipher threw the touchdowns, but you heard some new names tonight. You know, Welch, hadn't heard a lot of that. Dash, so some new names, and just shows you some depth they've got there. That could have been 98-0 if they wanted it to be.
And we talk about the skilled kids, obviously, but they're solid on both sides of the ball. Good up front, kicking game's great. They can run it, they can throw it. They got the best backup quarterback in the state. Like he can start for 99.5% of the other teams in the state, probably. You know what I mean? And he comes off and makes plays every game too. So
you mentioned
that's kind of crazy.
Mentioned the score 98-0. Did you see a couple of weeks ago what happened in Alabama down in the Mobile area?
No, I missed it.
It was 100-0.
Wow.
Who was it?
Sherman Williams, who played at Alabama, running back, played for the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. He was coaching the team on the short end. And in Alabama, it's not like Georgia unless they've changed it recently. There's
no running clock.
Unless both coaches have to agree to it. Mm. So the team that's winning wanted to do the running clock, but he would not agree to it. And they ended up, they were playing their JV and everybody. Wow. They didn't run it up on them. They just couldn't stop them.
That's crazy.
But he elected not to do it.
There you
they
go.
were there to play. So
there you go.
I think it was 2 weeks ago tonight was when that was. All right. Get ready, Jessica. If you can answer this question correctly, we got some Southwire swag for you. A little hat there. T-shirt and some other goodies from Southwire. They celebrate their 75th anniversary. First caller at 770-834-5477. 770-834-5477. You win the Southwire swag, but you have to answer correctly this question. Southwire's longest tenured active team member, Milton Burson, currently works as a planner in the company's Heflin plant over in Alabama. In what year did Milton join the company? Now remember, he is the longest tenured active team member. In what year did Milton join the company? A, 1972. B, 1968. C, 1955. D, 1964.
Milton's cousin just rung in right there.
right. Well, if you've got the correct answer, give us a call, 770-834-5477. That was good, Jay. We will be back. More of the Southwire Red Zone Show. We're coming back with more right after this, with more from Braddock Sports.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Ortho West, the new name for the Carrollton Orthopedic Clinic. This is Greg Slappy, and I want to introduce you to Ortho West, the premier orthopedic and spine physician group serving West Georgia. Since 1977, you have trusted our surgeons for all of your orthopedic needs. Through the years, as we have grown with new locations and more specialists, it was time for a new name. Ortho West is here for complete orthopedic care to get you back to work, back on the field, or back on the golf course. Check us out online at orthowestga.com.
Whether you're looking for propane delivery, gas appliances, or service work, Blossman Gas is the local company for all your propane needs. Blossman carries a wide variety of propane appliances, gas logs, Speed Queen washers and dryers, Renai tankless water heaters, gas ranges, generators, and outdoor kitchens and grills, perfect for tailgating. Visit Patrick Steed and his staff at 3801 Highway 27 in Buchanan or 1375 Highway 166 in Bowden to see live demos and discover the Blossman difference. Bringing hometown propane service to families and businesses since 1960.
You're going to fall in love with your new vehicle during the Fall into Savings event at John Thornton Chevrolet in Lithia Springs. Fall into savings, like a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Custom, now $10,000 off MSRP. Or a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 RST, now $12,000 off MSRP. Chevrolet, together let's drive. John Thornton Chevrolet in Lithia Springs.
Available on select in-stock models. No social security number required. Spanish speakers available in all departments. See dealer for details. In 103125.
Create a field of dreams on your home lawn this season with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Our drought-tolerant, warm-season Tiff-Tuff Bermuda is perfect for your full sun yard. Got shade? We have the solution. Zeon Zoysia, great for lawns with more shady areas. Call and speak with one of our certified lawn professionals to learn more about all our premium farm fresh sod varieties backed by 1-year warranty. Schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg or find more information at ngturf.com.
Since 1962, Smith Brothers Supply has met the plumbing and electrical supply needs of West Georgia's most respected tradesmen and most discerning homeowners. Whether you're trying to come in under bid or keep your spouse happy, you can count on Smith Brothers to deliver fast, friendly service and the highest quality plumbing and electrical supplies at an honest price. At Smith Brothers Supply, their expert staff make the difference. So go with the folks you know. Smith Brothers Supply Company, City Hall Avenue, downtown Carrollton.
Welcome back, Southwire Red Zone Show. They celebrate 75 years of delivering power at Southwire. For more information, visit southwire.net. Our show tonight, as usual, also brought to you by Blossman Gas, Haney's Drug Corner, John Thornton Buick GMC, John Thornton Chevrolet, Ortho West Rivers Pools, Smith Brothers Supply, and NG Turf. The coach, David Thrower, Jay Webb, yours truly, Mike Parrish. Jessica's in the house. Kevin Hemphill running scores as well. Seth Kane has stopped by. Swole Joel trying to figure out how his beloved North Carolina State Wolfpack can get on the board and at least score against Notre Dame tomorrow. What? 22-point dogs, right? 22 points.
Go Pack.
Yeah, go Pack. That'd be a nice little upset if that happens. All right, we are still looking for a winner, by the way. ABCRD in our contest with Southwire to win some swag. Longest tenured active team member, Milton Burson. He works at the plant over in Heflin, Alabama. And what year did he join the company? A, 1972. B, 1968. C, 1955. Or D, 1964.
What a guy.
I'm trying to do all I can to help. Okay, how about that?
What a guy.
Call us, 770-834-5477. 770-834-5477. If you want to take a shot, win some Southwire swag. Look at those phone lines blowing up.
Lighting up.
Thanks for listening to us tonight or watching us Facebook Live or our YouTube stream as well. I think
we have a winner.
We have a winner. We'll get it to you here in a moment. First, let's get to some more of the Budget Blinds highlights. Our next stop is at Dwight Hochstetler Stadium, Warren P. Sewell Field. Red Devils and the Mount Zion Eagles going at it. And it was on the early Mount Zion, first play of the game. Second play of the game. They cough it up. Bowden recovers it, and it turns into a Jonah Wilson touchdown.
It's going to be a split zone give. Nope, they're going to throw it out in the flat to the left to Jonah Wilson. He's got all the room in the world. He turns it up. He's got it in the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Red Devils.
And Mount Zion, some penalties, just a tough start. Bowden would add another score there before the first quarter was over.
On a third down play, Connor Daniel up the middle, breaks some tackles, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils. 29-yard run.
So, Bowden on top at that point in time with the lead, and Jonah Wilson back at it again.
Jonah's in the backfield with Josh Hopkins. Going to be an inside zone give to Jonah Wilson. He runs his feet. He jumps, he dives, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils.
They went for two, and it's 22-0 at that point in time. Mount Zion got a couple of offsides penalties, and so they ended up going for two. And Wilson ran it in for the 2-point conversion, so it's 22-0. And Xavier Buckner, one of the highlights tonight for Mount Zion.
Single receiver to either side. Back moves from pistol to offset left. You got to take a shot at Buckner here. He's looking his way. He's going to fire it down the field. Connects with him this time. Xavier Buckner, he's gone. He's from 20, 15, 10, 5. Call Eagles.
So they get on the board. Point after is good. It's 22-7. So they're back in the game. But Bowden would add another score right before the half.
Hopkins takes the snap. Going to be a zone give to Connor Daniel. Nope, he fakes it and throws it into the end zone on the bang 8 route, slant route. Touchdown, Caden Prothrow. Touchdown, Red Devils.
That ought to be outlawed if you got a guy 6'6" and run a quick slant like that at the goal line.
Weapons.
So they lead at 29-7 at that point, and that was the halftime count, 29-7. Late third quarter, Red Devils take, they were in control, but they add to the lead at this point.
It's going to be a play fake, quarterback draw out of the empty formation. Oh, no. Josh Hopkins breaks some tackles. He's across midfield. He might be gone. He's inside the 30. Got one man to beat. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Red Devils. Wheels, baby. That's the explosive play that the Red Devils have been looking for all game.
And the Red Devils would tack on one more in the fourth quarter.
Connor tries to hand it off. Running back falls down. Connor's going to throw the ball. He's got Caden Prothrow down the field wide open. He's going to catch the ball. He's trying to outrun a man to the end zone, and he's going to do it. Touchdown, Red Devils.
You heard Jay Webb in the background. That was an accident, huh?
Yeah. I was listening to that when he was trying to hand it off. The running back slipped down, looking a little bit like Trevor Lawrence. And Connor Daniel turned it into something right there, saying, hey, I'm the backup quarterback right here, boys.
44-7 the final as Bowden wins it. They get to 6-2 on the year now. The Red Devils, Mount Zion, 7-2?
7-2 overall.
7-2. Mm-hmm. And Bowden unbeaten in region play at 2-0. Mount Zion at 2-1 now in region play.
2-1.
With one game left to go. Those were the budget blinds highlights of the night, I should say. And the owners at Budget Blinds of Douglasville and Villa Rica, Kurt and Kelly, wants to know what is in your windows. You can find them online. Learn more about Budget Blinds at budgetblinds.com/Douglasville-GA. And hand out some honors for that game tonight by our crew that worked the contest, Britt Martin and Doc Phillips. Guess it helped if I get, there it is. I had it right in front of me. I was reaching for the wrong one the whole time. The honors tonight from the Bowden victory over Mount Zion. Josh Hopkins, Bowden quarterback, had a stellar performance tonight. Mm-hmm. He's been pretty good all year for the Red Devils. He is the Elite Golf Cars Player of the Game. Elite Golf Cars at 16 Sand Hill, Shady Grove Road in Carrollton. Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof. The unsung hero of the night, Mount Zion quarterback and linebacker Knox Israel. He's the All Seasons Roofing unsung hero of the game. They've been serving West Georgia for more than 30 years at All Seasons Roofing. Call them at 770-830-ROOF to get your free estimate today. They do not want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And the Carroll County Recreation Department Power Play of the Game, the Connor Daniel 29-yard touchdown run that boosted it, was the second score of the night. Put Bowden on top of two scores at that point in time at 14-0. So Connor Daniel gets the honor of the Carroll County Recreation Department Power Play of the Game, where they have been proudly serving the community with a variety of sports and family fun events for more than 25 years. Carroll County Recreation Department. Learn more about them. Check them out on Facebook. We knew that Bowden probably had more weapons, deeper, and I think we saw that, didn't we?
And sometimes you get into those rival games, and all those kids know each other, and there's always a lot of talk ahead of time before the games and that kind of stuff. And then one team gets down, they get a little flustered, and then you start, with the penalties and some of the unnecessary stuff. So it kind of gets away from you sometimes. It seems to almost always work that way. So it's just one of those situations where Mount Zion a little overmatched tonight. They made too many mistakes to have a chance to beat a team the quality of Bowden. And but they still, they still got a lot of good things in front of them.
Oh, no doubt.
You're looking at a possible 8-win season if you can pick up a win out of Manchester in 2 weeks. The biggest thing they probably get out of this, they're going to get next week off. And they've gone 11 straight weeks without a break. And hopefully allow some guys to get healed up and get back to 100%.
And they're on fall break this week too.
Fall break, so I'm sure they'll have Monday and Friday off, and probably go, I would imagine, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the coaches get a little bit of free time, downtime too, and then you'll have a chance to get ready for Manchester, and then after that, find out where you go in the playoffs. So be interesting.
You mentioned that, and Skinner mentioned softball. The state softball playoffs start Monday.
Next week.
Carrollton's hosting. Central's going to be hosting as well, and the Mount Zion ladies are. But theirs starts Tuesday. For some reason, Telfair County couldn't play Monday or something, so the state, I think, allowed them, agreed before the year ever started, they could play Tuesday. So Mount Zion hosts Telfair County at Tuesday, 2 afternoon games, and the third game, if necessary, is going to be Wednesday at 10 a.m. is when it would be. So.
And a lot of times, they run short on umpires, when they start playing all the classifications, kind of like we do in football. So, sometimes they don't have enough umpires to go around, so they have to kind of stagger those days.
Bremen's at home, too, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They had a good year softball-wise. I'll say, too, back to the game, man, just probably the unsung hero of the year for Bowden for me is Connor Daniel. I mean, the kid, everybody gets caught up pro throw, Hopkins, Jonah Wilson. There's weapons everywhere. And this Daniel kid, man, he ran for one tonight. He threw for one tonight. And that slant to pro throw, I was watching that, was an incredible play action to Connor Daniel where everybody bit and pro throw was just wide open on the slant. So, man, he's a ball player. And you got him back next year. So, good kid right there.
Yeah, and he'll be a guy you can kind of build around going into next year, too. Right. And a guy like that who can just kind of like a Swiss Army knife, he can do a little bit of everything, and solid football player on both sides of the ball, just, making a huge. And, here's the thing, that Bowden has going for them that a lot of people don't think about, or you don't realize it until you stop and think. But if you've been in Bowden's if you're a senior like pro throw, obviously he's very talented, but he's played in 15 extra games.
With the playoffs.
Counting the playoffs.
Well, they had senior night tonight, and it seemed like every guy, 3-time state champions, obviously, and all that.
So those guys have played, they've had 15 extra weeks of football, 15 games. So even if you weren't playing as a freshman or sophomore and you were on the sideline, you still practiced against the state champions every day. Going on scout team, that makes you better. Iron sharpens iron, and a lot of people don't stop and think about it. But when you make those deep runs into December every year, and you're getting all that extra practice time and extra game experience, it makes a lot of difference. I mean, that's like another season and a half. Right. So if you think about it, Caden Prothrow's played in, I know he's been injured, missed a game or two, but basically he's played in 53 high school football games, and he's still got more to go. You know what I mean? So that's amazing. You know what I mean?
DT getting biblical over there, huh?
Iron sharpens iron. Proverbs 27:13 throwing it out. I love it.
All right, we got a couple of more games we got to check the highlights from. Villa Rica, New Manchester, and also the Haralson County win over Temple. Southwire Redzone show continues. We come back with more in a moment.
At Southwire, we know what it means to show up, play hard, and leave it all on the field. Just like our local athletes do every week. For 75 years, Southwire has built long-lasting ties in the community. We're proud to to stand behind our players, coaches, teachers, and staff who shape tomorrow's leaders, one game and one lesson at a time. Whether in the classroom, on the field, or in the workplace, leadership and commitment to community matters. If you're ready to turn your drive into something powerful, we're ready for you. Explore your future with us at careers.southwire.com and become one of the people behind the power.
If you've been getting that new-to-me car itch, but can't find the car you want, then check out John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. There's never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Used car values are at all-time highs. John Thornton Buick GMC has a great selection of certified and pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from. For excellent service and big savings, go to John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. Shop their huge inventory of certified and pre-owned online at johnthorntonbuickgmc.com.
Summertime and the living is easy. Except for the mosquito bites. Skin knees, sunburn, poison ivy.
For quick relief from summertime fun, stop by Haney's Drug Corner. They've got the creams, lotions, bandages, tinctures, and medicines, along with the expert advice of a local pharmacist to relieve whatever summer throws at you.
Swimmer's ear, bee stings, poison oak, tick bites.
Haney's Drug Corner on Dixie Street in Carrollton. Your cure for the summertime blues since 1975.
Summer fun may be winding down, but it'll be back around before you know it. That's why fall is a great time to think about winterizing your pool, making repairs, and renovating your older pools. It's also a great time to install a hot tub, and Rivers Pools is making it easier than ever with great deals, faster scheduling, lower prices, and no summer wait times. Save big with our fall specials. Be ready before next swim season. Visit Rivers Pools on Highway 27 in Carrollton, Highway 78 in Villa Rica, and online at riverspools.com.
If you're considering a new or used car or truck, your best deal is right here close to home at Scott Evans Nissan and Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep. You'll have a great buying experience. This is Scott Evans, and I will personally make sure that you get a great deal, and it's backed up with service that's second to none. We make buying a car fun and easy. Come see our huge inventory at Scott Evans Nissan or Scott Evans Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Carrollton. You'll be glad you did.
Online, ScottEvansUSA.com.
We added some new music this week, did we? Did you do that? Don't get happy in here now. Don't be dancing on top of the control room board over there, or the desk. Welcome back to our Southwire Redzone show. Congratulations, Candace Ballou. Southwire swag going to Candace. She answered it correctly. D, by the way, was the answer. 1964 was the year that Milton Burson began his career with Southwire.
That's impressive.
1964.
Milton Iron Man, baby. He's been with the same company for 61 years. Shout out to that guy.
All right, let's get to some more budget blinds highlights for the night here. Put that one away. We've accomplished
Shout out
that.
to the weightlifting coach for getting that math done that quick right there. 61 years.
Hey, yeah, I could do basic math on. Yeah, you put some multiplication tables on me, I'm killing it.
What year were you born?
62.
Oh, that's
how he got it. That's what.
No, wait a minute now. I can do math in my head. Now, don't ask me no.
Don't put any letters with it.
Yeah, no, ask me no theorem to go with it. No, what's it called?
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, don't ask me about all that stuff.
This has nothing to do with anything. It's just a proud moment for me. I'm a full-time student right now too, and I just completed my only college math class today. Praise God, I am done with college math forever and ever, and I haven't done math in 20 years. So
that's not easy when you're out.
When you're old.
There's a lot of praying going on at your house, wasn't there?
A lot. A lot.
I did not take math. I sat out of high school for a year before I started college. So when I started college, I hadn't had math in 2 years because I didn't take it my senior year. So it really been 3 years. And I'm going to tell you something. I had to go back to 098, 099.
There you go, baby.
Because if you don't use it, you lose it. That's what I learned in math.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, some budget blinds highlights. The Haralson County win over Temple tonight. They go to 6-2 with a victory, 3-1 in the region. Rebels with a 26-6 triumph. And they got it started early. Paxton Ray, he had a big night.
A lot of Paxton Rays.
First score of the night.
Paxton runs the ball behind Jax. Now he cuts right. He's down to the 30. He's going 20, 15, 10, 5. Nobody's going to catch him. No pink flags on the field. Paxton Ray with a 33-yard touchdown run to the right.
Pink flags. That got my attention about tonight, by the way. I wasn't expecting that. I forgot about that. So Haralson County takes a 6-0 lead there, and there's more Paxton Ray to tell you about. Well, if I can get this going. What have I done here? I hit the wrong thing. Here we go.
Paxton Ray cuts to the right. He's gone. Score. Touchdown. Paxton Ray. Another touchdown for this quarterback, and he puts Haralson County up 12-0.
So it's 12-0 at that point in time, Haralson County. Let me go back here and start all over again. That's what I'm going to have to do, I think. Did I hit the right? There we go. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so it's 12-0 Haralson County at that point in time. They led 12-0 at halftime, and one of the biggest plays of the night in the third quarter when they put it out of reach.
50, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20. Paxton Ray goes for a long touchdown run. No pink hankies. Touchdown, Haralson County.
So they kicked the extra point, 19-0. Guess who got the fourth score of the night for the Rebels?
Jax Brown beside Paxton Ray. This time Paxton Ray didn't even want to wait on Jax. He did finally get behind him, but he was trying to outrun him to the line of scrimmage. But then he got behind him, and they picked up a – did he get in the end zone? They're saying touchdown. The lights are flashing, so he did.
So 26-0 at that point in time. Rebels and Temple ended a drought going back to the second half of the Pepperell game. Mm-hmm. They got on the board in the fourth quarter.
The snap, they hand the ball to Nix. I think he got in. Yes, touchdown.
26-6 the final. The Rebels win it. Those are the Budget Blinds highlights of the Haralson County victory tonight. Budget Blinds, Villa Rica and Douglasville. The best blind date you'll ever have. Find them online at budgetblinds.com/Douglasville-GA. Now, the awards from this one. The Elite Golf Cars.
I wonder.
Player of the game.
Let me guess.
Was not Paxton Ray.
Wow.
The guy that led him all night.
Jax Brown,
Jax
baby.
Brown. Jax
Yes,
Brown
sir.
leading the way.
Yes, sir.
The old blocking back, Notre Dame box or whatever it might be, or the fullback in the eye.
You got to love that kid.
Mm-hmm. He's a big boy.
Yes, he is. Jax Brown is the Elite Golf Cars Player of the Game. They're located at 16 Sand Hill, Shady Grove Road in Carrollton. Sales, service, and repairs all your golf cart needs under one roof. The unsung hero of the night, Dawson Aldridge, is the unsung hero of the night, Haralson County. And he gets the honor of that All Seasons Roofing Award. They've been serving West Georgia for over 30 years. Call 770-830-ROOF, 770-830-ROOF. You can get an estimate today from them. They don't want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And the Carroll County Recreation Department Power Play of the Game,
Paxton Ray.
91-yard touchdown.
91 yards.
He is that broke it open, gave them a 19-0 lead in the third quarter of that game. So Paxton Ray's long touchdown run, the length of the field. It's the nod for the Carroll County Recreation Department Power Play of the Game. Carroll County Rec Department proudly serving the community a variety of sports and family fun events for over 25 years. Check them out, Carroll County Recreation Department on Facebook for more.
Do we have any breaking news sound bumpers? Because this might be the first time all year that we have not heard Kent Boyd's name on a Haralson County highlight. True. So shout out to Paxton Ray and Jax Brown for I had just taken a note down earlier. Man, Haralson County showed a little bit of depth tonight and some weapons with those two guys. And no McCoy, no Kent Boyd, but man, Paxton and Jax. It was the Paxton Jax show.
I think they did a lot of the damage last week too.
Yeah.
So that's 2 weeks in a row. Some of those guys really stepped up.
So they got Bremen next week and then Pepperell.
Yeah, they get off week, right? Is Haralson off?
No, they're open last week on the Halloween night is their open day.
Yeah, Haralson goes to Pepperell next week.
Yeah, next week, It's Herd Bremen next week.
Yeah,
Herd
2
Bremen
weeks
next
they got Bremen coming in.
Yep.
So that'll be there.
Huge game for the Rebels.
Yeah.
Going
next 2 weeks.
Lindale, baby.
Oh, while we got a second here, we still got one more game to look at. Kevin Hemphill been busy back there, not checking weather, but doing some football stuff. Told you that Carrollton matches up with Region 6 in Class 6A. West Forsyth is winning that region. They're 4-0 in the region, 6-1 overall. the Danes of Denmark, and the Longhorns of Lambert, each tied for second at 3-1 right now. And then the fourth place team, they got beat tonight, but North Atlanta's 3-2. Then Alpharetta 2-2, North Forsyth 2-3. South Forsyth and Forsyth Central, you can throw those guys out. They're both 0-4 in the region. So,
let's just go ahead and give Kevin Hemphill another title. It's the weather tracker and the playoff tracker.
Kevin Hemphill's on his game tonight, baby. This guy right here's taking it to another level.
Mr. Gradicall, you don't get a raise, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know, two weeks ago when he missed that forecast, a little shaky ground there. He has made a recovery.
He's back.
He's back. This guy's in good graces with everybody. I've been very impressed. Good job, brother.
Remember last year, Villa Rica, the 4 seed out of Region 5 and Class 5A, had to go to Brunswick.
Right.
This year, a little bit closer to home. They're paired up with Region 3 in Class 5A. Lovejoy, Langston Hughes, and Northgate are all 4-0. All of them 7-0 for the year.
Yay.
Wow.
Congrats.
Then Noonan is in fourth place, 5-2 overall, 2-2 in region play.
I'm going to tell you this. I mean, Noonan will be a good 4 seed if they end up fourth. Like, they'll be better than your average 4 seed, I guarantee you.
And that's pretty much it's going to be them because Dutchtown's 1-3, Banneker and McIntosh are 1-4, and the Mustangs tomorrow, long year, they're 1-6.
And you said Langston, Northgate. Who's the third one? Who's
Lovejoy.
Lovejoy. Yeah, they got a history of having some athletes too now. So that'd be very interesting.
Congratulations.
I can tell you my days in high school at Griffin, there was no Lovejoy High School at that point.
No, they built
That's how long ago that's been.
Early 90s. They built that around 1991.
All right, Region 3, Class 4A. Those Griffin Bears.
Hey, making
you
a
want me
noise.
to sing the fight song? No, I'm not going to sing
do
it.
that.
I can tell you the song. I tell you what they like to talk in Griffin, baby. The fans, once Griffin gets the lead on you back in the heyday when the Bears were rolling, and their fan base would be over there hollering, and when they hit you with a who dat cheer, you might as well start ahead and put your footballs in your ball bag and start packing up your sideline gear.
Who dat?
The Bears would hit you with the fans would hit you with a who dat cheer.
That was after my days, I got to tell you.
Who dat think they're going to beat them Bears? I've been there. I've seen it. I've been on the other end of it. I've scouted games. I've watched games. A lot of history with Griffin. So, yeah, when they hit you with a who dat cheer, it's over, baby.
So Central's in first place in they're tied for first in the region. Lions are number 7 in the state, I think, this week in Class 5A. They're 7-0. Griffin is 5-2, 60-14 winner over Northside of Columbus last night. So Central and Griffin both 3-0. Jonesboro was
3-3 right now. I saw. I think
49-0 over Monday's Mill.
They did beat Miss right.
So what? 4-3 now.
They're 4-3, 2-1. In region play. Stars Mill all of a sudden 2-2 in fourth place. Northside's 1-2. Harris County 1-3, and Monday's 0-8 and 0-4.
And going back one more time on Griffin, they've got that huge graveyard right over behind the home side too. So when they say you may not make it out alive, they mean it. They for real.
And I think too, we thought, well, at Central, let's beat Jonesboro. We're cruising, man. Griffin's making some noise, and Central's got to take care of them still.
Griffin Jonesboro will be coming up too. I think that'll be. Let's see, when will that be? I had it written down.
Central has got Harris County next week. Then they go to Griffin, October 24th.
Griffin's at Jonesboro. 10-17. That's next week.
Yep, that'll be a good game.
That will be a good football game.
That'll be a good football game. Yep.
Speaking of cemeteries.
Oh,
I'm sure you've been to Clemson. You know what they do up there. They got that cemetery behind the press box.
I've been to Clemson for the coaching clinics and all. I've never been to a game at Clemson.
Well, each victory, they got their cemetery out there. They have a burial plot.
So Washington County does that. Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet. It's awesome.
All right, so let's see. Where are we through? We got those. I tell you what, we'll save the other two. Yep. Oh, yeah, we got time. So here's what we're going to do. We'll take another break, and then we'll come back and do the highlights from Villa Rica and New Manchester, and we'll look at the final two classifications from Class A Division I and Class A Division II and check those region standings. Well, you don't have to worry about it, Division I a whole lot, because it's the power rankings that determine all that, but we can check it out and see what's going on.
We're going to be here on October 31st trying to figure that one out.
Yes, that's right. I'm sure we will.
You're not going to know until after the fact.
Southwire Redzone show rolling on here. We head toward midnight. They celebrate 75 years of delivering power. For more information, you can visit southwire.com. Stay with us. We head to the final 15 minutes of tonight's show with more after this from Graddick Sports.
Ortho West, the new name for the Carrollton Orthopedic Clinic. This is Greg Schlappy, and I want to introduce you to Ortho West, the premier orthopedic and spine physician group serving West Georgia. Since 1977, you have trusted our surgeons for all of your orthopedic needs. Through the years, as we have grown with new locations and more specialists, it was time for a new name. Ortho West is here for complete orthopedic care to get you back to work, back on the field, or back on the golf course. Check us out online at orthowestga.com.
Whether you're looking for propane delivery, gas appliances, or service work, Blossman Gas is the local company for all your propane needs. Blossman carries a wide variety of propane appliances, gas logs, Speed Queen washers and dryers, Renai tankless water heaters, gas ranges, generators, and outdoor kitchens and grills, perfect for tailgating. Visit Patrick Steed and his staff at 3801 Highway 27 in Buchanan or 1375 Highway 166 in Bowden to see live demos and discover the Blossman difference, bringing hometown propane service to families and businesses since 1960.
You're going to fall in love with your new vehicle during the Fall into Savings event at John Thornton Chevrolet in Lithia Springs. Fall into savings, like a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Custom, now $10,000 off MSRP. Or a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 RST, now $12,000 off MSRP. Chevrolet, together let's drive. John Thornton Chevrolet in Lithia Springs.
Available on select in-stock models. No social security number required. Spanish speakers available in all departments. See dealer for details. In 103125.
Create a field of dreams on your home lawn this season with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Our drought-tolerant, warm-season Tiff-Tuff Bermuda is perfect for your full-sun yard. Got shade? We have the solution. Xeon Zoysia, great for lawns with more shady areas. Call and speak with one of our certified lawn professionals to learn more about all our premium farm fresh sod varieties backed by 1-year warranty. Schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg or find more information at ngturf.com.
Since 1962, Smith Brothers Supply has met the plumbing and electrical supply needs of West Georgia's most respected tradesmen and most discerning homeowners. Whether you're trying to come in under bid or keep your spouse happy, you can count on Smith Brothers to deliver fast, friendly service and the highest quality plumbing and electrical supplies at an honest price. At Smith Brothers Supply, their expert staff make the difference. So go with the folks you know. Smith Brothers Supply Company, City Hall Avenue, downtown Carrollton.
We head toward the midnight hour here. A weeknight of the high school football season. We are 75% done, 3/4 of the way through in 2025 for the regular season. Hard to believe. Southwire Redzone show continues. Tough night for Villarica tonight. Cats had a game that was generally, everybody thought, a toss-up. New Manchester wins it by a score of 36-0. Some budget blinds, highlights of the contest. Seth Kane, Michael Miller on the call of this one. This game was actually scoreless until the second quarter. New Manchester breaks on top in the second period.
It's going to be a 30-yard field goal attempt. New Manchester going to kick. Jacoby DeJesus. Looks like they'll be kicking that one. There's a snap, the spot, the hold. The kick is high. Is it in the correct direction? It is. The kick is good.
So they score, lead it 3-0. New Manchester then gets a quick TD following that.
And New Manchester threatening to score. Take the shotgun snap again. This time it's going to be Alexander. Runs down to the left side of the field, cuts across the corner. That's going to be a touchdown for New Manchester. On the quarterback keeper is going to be Alexander for New Manchester. 9-0 is going to be your score right now. The Jaguars on top of Villarica with 2:19 left to go in the second quarter of play.
And here's a backbreaker, a pick six with 2 minutes left in the half.
Max Garfield and Josiah Walker are going to be the two wide receivers out to the near sideline on the left. Rolling out is going to be Eubanks. He looks left, throws left. It's going to be intercepted by New Manchester from the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, New Manchester. And running that football in is going to be Alpha Mansare, the senior. And New Manchester will go up 16-0 with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. My goodness.
Those are backbreakers right before the half.
That's such a momentum swing. it can be devastating to your team.
And they added, extended the lead, and put it out of reach there in the third quarter.
Throws a a long pass. Is it going to be a caught football? Yes, it is. Touchdown, New Manchester. They're going to go up 22-0 with 5:41 left to go in the third quarter.
They would add an early fourth quarter and a late fourth quarter touchdown. New Manchester wins it over the Wildcats by a score of 36-0. Those highlights from Budget Blinds of Douglasville. The owners, Kurt and Kelly, want to know what is in your windows. You can find them online. Learn more about them at budgetblinds.com/Douglasville-GA. So Villa Rica goes down tonight, 3-2 in the region now, the Cats, and 3-5 overall. The honors from the game tonight, the Elite Golf Cars honors that were handed out. Max Gorefield is the Elite Golf Cars player of the game for the Cats. Elite Golf Cars, 16 Sand Hill, Shady Grove Road in Carrollton. Sales, service, repairs, all your golf cart needs under one roof. Josiah Walker, the unsung hero of the night, all season's roofing unsung hero. And again, they've been serving West Georgia for over 30 years. Call 770-830-ROOF to get your free estimate today. They do not want an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. And the Carroll County Recreation Department power play of the game, kickoff defense for Villa Rica tonight. And the way they covered kicks is, and in particular, the opening kickoff of the night was the power play of the game. The love of the game begins with the Carroll County Recreation Department. They've been proudly serving the community with a variety of sports and family fun events for over 25 years. Check out the Carroll County Recreation Department on Facebook for more. So that's all the highlights from the games tonight. Now, before we get away, let's see. Are they still playing baseball in Seattle? Game 5 of the ALDS. The winner against the Toronto Blue Jays in the ALCS. 2-2. Are the Tigers threatening here in the top half of the, 12th?
Well, is the ITB, I'm sure. So they're threatening. Is there
2 men on?
2 men on. So they probably started with somebody on second and walked the first guy.
They don't do that in the playoffs.
No ITB on the playoffs? Wow.
No, not in the playoffs.
I love it.
The real, honest way it should be played. I'll put it like
I agree.
I'm old school. And this college football being played tonight, too. I had some scores. We'll get to those in a minute. But first, again, Class A, Division I, they use the power rankings to determine the 32 participants in the playoffs. So just looking at 6A's at Class A Division I, Region 6, Pepperell 4-0, Heard County 3-0, Haralson County 3-1, Bremen 2-1, Model 0-3, Darlington 0-3, Temple 0-4. Now Temple's 4-4, Darlington 2-5, Model 1-6. So you would think probably the top 3 right now probably are going to get in. Bremen at 4-3.
Yeah.
They should be in.
Yeah, Bremen should be
They'll get in.
And Temple may be a chance if they can find a way to win a game.
Temple's got to find something on offense and do something the next 2 games. If they can, what do they got? Model and Darlington?
They end up with, let's see, they're at Darlington on the 24th, and then they finish up with Model on the 31st.
And those are two games they can win. It's just, I think right now it's more about just a gut check and confidence. Where are you at right now? So are you going to dig deep and find a way to win one of these? If they win one of these next 2, I think they find their way in.
Well, and they could win either one of them.
Yeah.
But you're right. They're going to have to come out and execute. They kind of got to find themselves. So maybe getting this week off will help them. To kind of get refocused and get reset and finish strong.
They got to get healthy too.
They've had some guys dinged up and they've had some adversity. But what you got to do is you want to, you obviously you hit a bad patch here, but you want to kind of keep fighting through it, and hopefully they can squeeze out a couple wins here at the end of the season and get into the playoff with a 6-4 record. That's still not a bad year.
That's right.
All right, Class A Division II, Region 7. Bowden leads at 2-0. Mount Zion 2-1. Trian's at 1-1. So Mount Zion owns a victory over them. So they would get a tiebreaker there. Greenville 0-1 and Manchester's 0-2. The Eagles off next Friday night. 1 game left. They got Greenville in that. Manchester on the road.
Manchester.
Yes. And so Bowden 6-2 and 2-0, and Greenville, as we said, 0-1. Manchester 0-2. They pair up with Region 4 in Class A Division II. Troutland County is 4-0. Wheeler County, 3-0. Wilcox County is 3-1. So those are your top three there. Hawkinsville, Dooley County are each 1-2. Telfair County is 1-3, and then Montgomery 0-5 at the bottom down there.
Yeah, and I got Wesley Lowry, who is a former Mount Zion coach, was in this area for a number of years. He is at Wheeler County as the defense coordinator. So I talk to Wes about once a week, and he usually calls me on Saturday, and we'll talk. So they had this week off. I think they've got Wilcox next week, so obviously that's a big game. And then Trutland, they end up with Trutland. I think they still got Telfair too, but they end up with Trutland. So still a lot of football left in that region, but it seems like those three are the teams to beat.
The Bowden softball team, by the way, goes to Wilcox County to play an open around state tournament on Monday.
Rochelle, Georgia, baby. Home with Nick Marshall.
Yeah.
Greenville got beat tonight. Mount Vernon beat them 66-20 in their contest.
Yeah, Mount Vernon can be pretty dangerous. I've seen some Mount Vernon teams that were pretty good.
Just trying to
do. They had a game at Alabama school.
Yeah,
Westbrook Christian beat them 35-28. That's over in the Gadsden area.
Okay, yeah.
Steve Smith, who had won 4 or 5 state titles at Piedmont, is now
I remember
Westbrook.
the name. Yeah,
he retired from the state of Alabama and went to the private school over there at Westbrook Christian. You're probably familiar with John Kroll, Big Oak Boys Ranch. That's a school that he founded over there as part of that. So Tryon loses that one 35-28.
That was in overtime.
Oh, well, overtime game. That was Steve Smith's 300th career victory
Kevin
tonight.
back on top of it right there.
Man.
And then you hit us with 300 career wins.
We got
these guys
professionals everywhere. Professionals everywhere.
Guys are working overtime.
I mentioned it, but I'll talk more about it. Yes, ma'am.
I just didn't know if you picked a guy.
Yes, that's who we were going. Yeah,
he's the man.
Smitty, Steve Smith, played quarterback at Jacksonville State from Center, Alabama, Cherokee County High School. The only third-string quarterback in Jacksonville State football history throw a touchdown pass in the game, and we were running the wishbone at the time. So,
yeah,
anybody throw a touchdown
that's
pass.
how I remember though.
Probably hit the tight end on the tight end dump.
You're exactly right. That's what it was.
Guarantee it was.
We talked about this earlier. Our Moore's Furniture Armchair Quarterback Call of the Night, brought to you by Moore's Furniture. Shopping for Moore's is always the right call. Remember, you get more at Moore's. It's located on Highway 113 in Temple. Learn more about them. Visit mooresdiscountfurniture.com. Brandel.
He's praying for me. I appreciate you, Brandel.
Yeah.
You're the man.
Harrison County friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he killed it earlier.
Great call, Brandel.
So he was the guy that they got us going there tonight.
That's 2 weeks in a row we've had our Harrison County guy as a winner. That's two weeks in a row we've had
they're excited over there.
Yeah.
Phew.
A lot of enthusiasm.
That's
over
right.
in
I love it.
baby.
Hawkinsville beat Telfair County tonight, 19-0. Trutland.
Hawkinsville will be in the playoff too.
They're
be the
5-2.
Yeah,
5-2.
They'll be in the mix.
Ouch! Wilcox beat Dooley 43-0 tonight. So.
Dooley's down. That's been a couple years since Dooley's.
So Raven took their first loss tonight.
Oh, did they
play?
Yeah, Oglethorpe County.
Really?
Yeah, that was 3-4. Just saw that somewhere.
Wow.
Scroll through here. I was just looking. Douglas County beat Westlake 45-20. Told you about that one. Marietta came back, beat North Cobb 36-35 in a matchup. I was trying to see some of the games. Mill Creek beat Collins Hill tonight 20-14. I think that was one that was considered one of the top games in the state. South Paulding 48-45 over Kennesaw Mountain. East Paulding's now 4-3. They beat Alexander 49-20 in their contest tonight. Gainesville 28, Milton 16 the final. Saw where somebody down south taking a shot at Gainesville for some of the guys that are playing football for them now.
Yeah.
Referred to them as a Division I program taking portal guys.
They've got quite a few from what I understand.
So that was one of the top matchups in the state.
32 is the number I heard last I heard.
Look at that Creekside score. 91-0.
Who they play?
They beat Drew. My goodness, 91-0.
Wow,
that's brutal.
Wow.
Ola beat Woodland Stockbridge 63-0 tonight.
Wow. Yeah, you know what happens late in the season too. You start seeing these really one-sided scores, and you see you've got kids in some of these places. The program's been struggling. they get late in the year, they get down, and they just get beat up. And some of that, they lose some of that fight, they lose some of that spirit. And the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season, you always see some of these scores.
Mm-hmm.
That game early in the year would have been, obviously, they wouldn't have won, but it might have been 41-0 instead of 91-0. You know what I mean?
LaGrange beat Mary Persons 28-21.
Yeah, the Grangers are. I think they're 7-1. They play Troop next week.
Oh, really?
Troop's undefeated. That's going to be a Callaway Stadium. That's going to be a barn burner.
Well, that'll be packed, won't it?
Yes, sir. There'll be 1 or 2 patrons there.
Troop County beat Trinity Christian 38-21 tonight. Where's the other one? Cartersville's 8-0. They beat Allatoona. Where's the other one I saw? North Oconee's 8-0. Eastside evidently played a pretty tough schedule. They beat them 14-13 tonight, but I think that was considered one of the top games.
They're in that region with North Oconee. Yeah, that's a good league. Yeah.
I tell you what, talking about transfer portals, Cedar Grove and Mays getting beat. I mean, that's 2 programs that just a couple years ago were at the top, and it's tough to see them.
Yeah,
I saw earlier in the week North Clayton beat Cedar Grove 40-13. This is the best season in years.
That's Cat Burnett. He's a good dude.
At North Clayton.
Cedar Grove has lived off some transfers for the last couple of years. It's kind of come back to get them.
Cat Burnett, just so you know, just Georgia Tech fans, his brother's Morgan Burnett. Great. Georgia Tech great, just in case y'all need to know that.
Carver Columbus squeezes by tonight. They beat Sumter County 8-7.
Sumter's good. Sumter's, they were like undefeated, top 5 team too. They got some guys down there.
Callaway 6-2. They beat Rutland tonight.
Callaway's solid. They just do a good job down there.
Dang, Rockmart 6-1, 44-6 the final. They beat North Cobb Christian.
Yeah, that's Biff Parson.
Hey, just
got local ties.
Tim Tenney's not here to pull the plug.
I know. We're at the witching hour.
I think Jay may be giving you a shout out tonight.
What are you guys complaining about? You got more sleep than I did.
Amen to that.
Yeah, and he was off last week.
I was with 174th through 12th graders. I don't know if that was off.
You have my admiration, brother.
Yeah, I'll give it up for that one.
I got 2 more. Fitzgerald, they had a slow start. They got a big region victory tonight. They beat Thomasville 24-21 tonight.
I'm sure there were a few people that game.
Yes, I'm sure there was. Fellowship Christian 70, Mount Pisgah Christian nothing tonight. Come on now.
I texted with Scott Hamilton today, as a matter of fact. Fellowship's got some cats. They're going to make a deep run.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be in the private school.
Private, for sure. Hebron's already beat them. That's the one team that beat them.
All right, that'll do it for our 9th week edition of the Southwire Redzone show. Wait, you got a date or something here?
I'm going to click stuff.
Jessica's ready to get out of here, too. Pushing me out of the chair. Hey, thanks for being with us. Joel, great job over there producing our video tonight. Swole Joel. Still tied, going to the bottom of the 12, 2-2. Major League Baseball in the playoffs. For Jay Webb, for Coach David Thrower, I'm Mike Paris. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Plenty of college football. There's still some tonight. When you go home, you can watch it if you want to. And there's plenty of it tomorrow. Georgia and Auburn here at 7 o'clock tomorrow night on
Abilene.
On B92 Country. On B92 is where that is tomorrow night.
Yep.
Georgia and Auburn. West Georgia and Abilene Christian, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock airtime on KISS 102.7. That bunch in Atlanta's playing tomorrow, too.
That's right.
They play the hapless Virginia Tech Hokies tomorrow.
Let's go.
And some new uniforms for Tech. They're debuting in that one tomorrow as well. So, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll do it again this same time next week. We'll try to get out of here by midnight next week. For the gang, I'm Mike Paris. Thank you, folks. Talk to you next week. So long, everybody.
The